Taurus, what is going on? There are some interesting messages for you. A lot of different messages too. I'm trying to like focus the energy in, but just different things keep coming in. So we're just going to roll with it and see what Spirit wants to say. But in my meditation, I got that some of you are underestimating your role and your purpose and how much you impact others, the imprint you leave on people, even like an energetic imprint. You shift perspectives. For good or for bad, I don't know, but it's important what you do. I feel like for a lot of you, you're a little bit of a mirror, and that may be frustrating at times for sure, but you reflect back something to people that they need to see about themselves. Maybe they've seen something wrong and you reflect the good back to them, or maybe you reflect the parts of them that they don't want to confront. I also feel like you make a big difference when it comes to the environment, like the energy environment. Like when you are somewhere at an event or somewhere, I don't know, things change. I don't know why, I don't know how, but things change. Okay? People expect a change when you come around. They know their life is going to change. They know the event is going to change. They know the whole situation, I'm hearing, their understanding is going to change. They feel it at a subconscious level or an instinctual level, like here comes change. And that's interesting because you don't always like change, but that's what you affect for sure. And I'm doing your reading on the Scorpio new moon. So this is about your capacity to transform energies around you. So don't underestimate your role or your purpose because it's huge. Then I got this message. Well, what I heard is, I've been with you your whole life. Now, this feels like a few different things actually. At first, it felt like a comforting energy, maybe a guide or your higher self, or maybe even your purpose or your role saying like, hey, I've been here. It's okay. You're not going to get lost. I've been here your whole life. But then it also feels like there could be some kind of attachment or memory that's kind of globbed onto you or clung onto you, and it's hard to shake it. Maybe this is from past lives. Or maybe this is something that was told to you when you were really young, like it's been with you your whole life, a certain way of seeing something, a certain conditioning or an expectation that was put on you. So I'm going to try to find out more about what this is. And then I saw a rock in a creek, and the water was going over the rock and it was smoothing it out over time. So there's something here about emotions being smoothed out over time. Okay, maybe your emotions around something that was an obstacle or something that was rough. I feel like the obstacle is becoming obsolete. What you focus on really matters, not just for you, but for others around you. Now, the card that came out for you is Eyes of the Eagle rising above the fray, number 18, which is moon card energy. And 1 + 8, 9 is Hermit. So I feel like it's important that you don't get caught in other people's illusions. Okay? Whatever those illusions happen to be, don't get caught up in them, meaning that you try to pull them apart or you try to prove something. It feels like you could have a tendency sometimes to get down in the trenches and get people to see things clearly. But remember that mirror image I'm seeing, it's like sometimes some people, not all the time, but some people really can't see past themselves. And it's going to be hard to break those illusions. Just don't get wrapped up in them yourself, okay? Yeah. Okay, I don't know what this is about for everyone, but it feels like a little bit of a distance from something or someone. Is necessary to see things clearly. Okay. It's like energies are maybe fighting about something, or people, I'm hearing squawking about something, and you want to get in there and maybe mediate, or you're really interested in what they're arguing about, or I don't know, someone's trying to pull you into some drama and Spirit's saying, I wouldn't go in there. It's like, don't get in the thick of that. Sometimes, Taurus, the strongest impression you make is when you remove your energy. Your absence is felt. Okay, let's see the energy supporting you. Energy supporting Taurus. Fear, number 18. Wow, 1818. And this is what's supporting you. So there are energies, and I'm seeing this big eagle look down at other birds, kind of doing their thing. And there's this energy here where you can see past the fear that other people have of what? A fool, of the fool, of being foolish, of being wrong, but also of taking new chances. And I saw a frog in my meditation for you too, which is a rebirth symbol. So you can see past the fear of taking a leap of faith. You're good at that. You're good at taking a leap of faith because you trust yourself. And you can see beyond the fear that new beginnings create for others. It's like others are scared of change, and that's why you affect it when you come on the scene, right? Or when you leave the scene. So your strength, your supportive energy is fear. Now, I also feel like you have good boundaries because I'm seeing the scarecrow, which is doing all the work for you, right? The scarecrow is scaring off the scavengers while you go do something else. So you've put up some kind of boundary and it's serving you well. And it's working. So let's see the challenge. People might not see you exactly for who you are. They might mistake you as someone who wants to get deeply involved in the drama or the chaos, or who instigates it themselves. But they're mistaken. It's like they think the scarecrow is you, but it's not. Okay, I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Abundance for the challenge. Okay, why is abundance the challenge? I need to know that. What's going on here? Why is abundance the challenge? Number one. Maybe manifesting something here. Let's see. Why is abundance the challenge, Spirit? Overwhelm and death. Scorpio energy. Overwhelmed with change, overwhelmed with transformation. I don't feel that. What is it, Spirit? Oh, well, you may be overwhelmed with how much you impact people. I know. Because everyone has a reaction to you. And this isn't like an ego thing, okay? Because some of those reactions are negative. An abundance of change, so much so that it's overwhelming. But see, I don't feel like this is you who feels like things are constantly changing for yourself. I feel like this is more seeing it all around you. Okay, tell me more about the fear energy. Calm. Look, you're calm in the face of fear. Some of you are really good at responding to emergencies. That's just what I'm getting. Or even trauma work. You could be really good at going through your own shadow work related to trauma or helping others. You calm fears. But then you also... Well, what is this feeling that Taurus may I feel somebody here who has, there's some conflict in their energy related to you. What is this? Potential in reverse and curiosity. Somebody sees potential in you, with you, or in themselves that you have shown them. And then why do I have this weird feeling about them? It's like they're upset about it. Pain. Yeah, it's caused them some pain. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to go a little further and then we'll get the tarot out. Why has this caused this person pain? Because they're not... What? Oh, is this the rock? Foundation. Because they don't feel like they have the right foundation to live up to their potential or to be with you, or I don't know what this is about exactly. But you showed them something that they wish they didn't see. But once again, it was a mirror more than anything else. Okay, I'm going to get into the tarot and see what else comes. Actually, hold on. There's something a little murky still. Tell me more about the abundance for the challenge with the overwhelming death. Observation, freedom, and distance. Yes, exactly. It's like you need distance from something in order to free yourself from a certain perspective. You're really looking at something, right? You're really observing something. The web, maybe someone's woven, or the things that have been caught in the web. It's like, huh, that's interesting. What's going on over there? But Spirit's saying it might not be something you can fix or something that creates abundance in your life to focus so intently on this. There's a need to free yourself from that. Be careful of involving yourself in environments where fear is running rampant. Even if you don't feel it yourself, it's like being in that, it's like people are spiraling. They don't want to, how do I say that? Battle. Yeah. It's like they're spiraling. There's conflict. They don't want a resolution. They just want a battle. Just be careful of getting too involved with that sacred space. Right. Because it could be affecting your intuition. It could be affecting the way you're connecting with your higher self. Like you need to carve out a sacred space, have a critical distance from whatever that is. Okay, there's also like somebody who just constantly changes their mind. They're changing all the time, like, yeah. And you have nothing really to hang your hat on with this person or this thing. It's they're shifting all the time. Okay, it's because they're not calm. It's because they do fear. Okay, I hope this is making sense. Let's see. Curiosity, potential, yeah. All right, let's see. Taurus, what does Taurus need to know for their highest good? Yeah, I don't know why that's coming through so strongly. Spirit really wants you to know, how do I say that properly? Community and wrath. Someone has twisted themselves in quite a knot. I'm hearing gotten themselves in a pickle. Sorry, Taurus, I was just interrupted there, which is interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me just do not disturb that. I thought it was already on. They're not happy with something. They're very dissatisfied with their life in some way. Okay, maybe because they haven't lived up to their potential. Maybe they're trying to get you to feel like you need to get involved in some emotion that they have. And Spirit's really telling you that you can't untwist them from this situation. something about getting the pickle out of the pickle jar. You can't get the pickle out of the pickle jar. I don't know why that's coming through. So don't try to resolve it for them. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, your overall energy is the Six of Wands. Victory. Public victory, too, with the Six of Wands. So there are people who admire you for sure. And they know that you've worked hard at something. They admire you because you don't let things get to you the way it gets to others. Tell me more about this Six of Wands. Six of Pentacles. I'm hearing you give back what you get. Maybe when someone's giving you some nasty energy, you just send it back. Well, you're a mirror, right? But you're also very giving and charitable when it calls for it, when the situation calls for it. Hold on. Ace of Pentacles. I'm also getting this feeling where you want to just enjoy something. But it's like constantly someone wants something from you. Maybe it's your time, your attention, could be something material. But they see you as having an abundance of something and they want it. And I feel like at times this could make you feel like you're not living, what you've worked hard. You're not living the life that you've worked hard to live. It's like you don't get a chance to enjoy something because someone's always expecting something from you. Okay? That's just a feeling I'm getting from you. It's like kind of like a feeling like, can you leave me alone for a second? That's what I'm getting. Okay. Five of Pentacles for what you don't see coming. And this feels like an awareness of somebody who's left out in the cold. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. I'm hearing that song, you do it to yourself. Hierophant and Nine of Cups. You could wish that somebody had listened to you, but they didn't. Okay. They didn't. And now they're finding themselves in a predicament, in a pickle, in a situation. I'm also seeing here, you're going to be surprised to find out that somebody wants to get in your good graces. Somebody wants back in with you. That's what they're wishing for. But you have those boundaries. Who's that? Justice. Someone you've had some kind of karmic showdown with at some level. This could be a legal thing. Somebody wants to get into your good graces that way. Could be a Libra. I don't think so, though. I think it's more somebody that you've had to teach a lesson, or you've learned a lesson, or it's gone both ways. There's been some karmic situation here. The Star, wow, amazing. This has actually been quite healing for you. It's offered you an avenue of healing, even if it burned and hurt, okay? And it was destined to happen, you know? This is a kind of karmic rebalancing that was meant to happen, to lead you on a particular path, and maybe for someone else too. That's who wants to get back in your good graces. But I feel like this could also be the same energy that is in pain because they lack something that they think they need. Okay, Five of Swords is your opportunity. And I feel like this is what Spirit's saying. It's like, don't get bogged down in the chaotic energy that's surrounding whatever this is. Don't get involved in the manipulation, in the mind games, in the battle, in whatever's going on, the overwhelming change of opinions that somebody has constantly. You never know what they're thinking or what they're going to say or do next. Tell me more about the Five of Swords for the opportunity. The Sun. I was just getting that. The more you distance yourself, the more it's revealed that there is something strange going on, or that there has been an I'm getting the word undignified. There has been an undignified way of looking at something or dealing with something. Somebody has maybe lost their dignity in a sense. It's like you show someone how they've been operating, and that the way they've been doing something hasn't been quite temperance, hasn't been quite balanced, and has been kind of chaotic and messy, a little messy. Okay? Yeah. You're also growing a lot from this situation, or from observing it, from rising above it. Maybe you were in the middle of it at some point, but because you've managed to calm your nervous system and calm your fears and those voices in your head that say that you should watch out, or that you should anticipate the worst, or that you're not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Because you've been able to do that, you're really able to see something for what it is, truly. And it's allowing you to grow and become stronger. Okay. Your challenge is the Hermit. Let's see. Why is this a challenge? Stay out of something, really. Two of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, really, you want to get involved in this? Look at these people. What are they doing even? There's something that's really an ongoing battle here. People are trying to balance things. They could be miserly at some level. They're holding back. They're not forthcoming. They're not open to new, new release. Yeah, they're not open to new energy. They may be shifting and changing all the time, but they're not allowing new energy to come in. They're not releasing something. Four of Pentacles, they're holding on. They keep juggling the same energy. And the challenge is to take a step back from that, remove yourself, and realize that you're in a different place, or that you have a different perspective even. Give me one more for the challenge. Knight of Pentacles. It may take quite a long time for someone to release something here. And it could be like someone, I don't know. I don't want to give all those possibilities. You apply it as it resonates. It feels like this is something, a fear someone needs to release, of not being good enough or not having enough, and also holding on too tightly to things that don't matter. This is an energy that's really stuck on the 3D plane, very invested in material gain or ego maybe, and not looking at the bigger picture. Now, your advice is the Tower. Let the cards fall where they may. This is going to be a little bit of a chaotic moment that you're going to observe in some way, but you're going to do it from a distance. It's like Spirit is saying, remember that you are flying way above the tower. You're not in it. You're not at the bottom. You're not in harm's way. And keep that perspective. Stay calm through any fear. Because you may witness a lot of people, or maybe one person in particular, suddenly be desperate for you to offer a solution to their fear or their chaos. Yeah, 8 of Wands. This is like it comes out of nowhere. There's some chaos that happens out of nowhere. And you may be tempted to go in and do something about it. But Spirit's really telling you the opportunity, the Sun and the 5 of Swords, is like, see something for what it is. There's somebody who doesn't really, Page of Swords, have the mental fortitude or strength to rise above Ace of Cups and open their heart and release and welcome love in, or welcome new creative opportunities in. Okay. Now, the outcome, I'm going to do an extended reading. In the extended, I'm going to go a layer deeper. I'm going to see what else Spirit has to say about this. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. If you don't want to come or you can't for whatever reason, I'm hearing the letter K, the letter P, then just know that Spirit gave you all there is for you to see personally for you. Okay, interesting. The outcome in the next little bit is the Ace of Wands. This is inspiration after the fall of the tower. This is a new beginning. It's hope. Let's see. Ace of Wands, a potential for a new path. 7 of Pentacles. This is something that you've wanted for some time. This could even be something that you've been working on. Suddenly it just clicks. It just starts rolling. It just starts going. 3 of Cups. There's celebration here. There's other people that are helping you, supporting you. What is this about? Resistance. Some people who were resistant to Eight of Swords, to release themselves from their own fears, from their own chaos, are going to. It's going to take a lot of work for them, but they will. This could be like people suddenly understand your perspective or see your side. But I want to say there still feels like someone else who's caught in their own illusions or their own limited perspective battle. They're still battling it out with themselves, really. And the memories that you've left them with. All right, Taurus. That's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.